I'm still trying to process the sheer amount of negativity that is swirling around me like a dark vortex as I recall my disastrous experience at the Mitsis Faliraki Beach Hotel. It's like they took every expectation I had of a relaxing vacation and systematically dismantled it, piece by piece, until I was left with nothing but a pile of shattered dreams and disappointment. As I stepped into the hotel lobby, I was immediately greeted by the feeling of being forgotten. It was as if I was an afterthought, a mere inconvenience in the grand scheme of their operations. The staff seemed distracted, their eyes glazed over like they were staring into the abyss of their own apathy. I mean, I've seen more enthusiasm at a funeral, but I thought maybe it's just the check-in process that's the problem. Maybe once I get to my room, everything will be okay. Oh, how naive I was. As I made my way to my room, I noticed that the hallways were dimly lit, like they were trying to hide the fact that the carpets were stained and the walls were chipped. It was like walking through a sad, neglected alleyway. And then, I opened the door to my room. It was like stepping into a time capsule from the 90s, minus the charm. The air was thick with the scent of stale cigarettes, and the furniture looked like it had been salvaged from a garage sale. I mean, who uses floral patterns that extensively? It's like they wanted to induce a sugar coma in their guests. But I digress. The real tragedy was the bathroom. I swear it was like they had taken all the worst parts of a Soviet-era hostel and mashed them together into a cramped, claustrophobic nightmare. The shower was like a sad, lukewarm drizzle, and the toilet, well, let's just say I've seen more impressive plumbing at a roadside rest stop. And don't even get me started on the food. I mean, I've had better meals at a school cafeteria. The breakfast buffet was like a sad, congealed mess, with eggs that were simultaneously overcooked and undercooked at the same time. It was like they had taken all the leftover ingredients from the previous night's dinner and tossed them together with a shrug. And the coffee, oh, the coffee. It was like someone had poured battery acid into my cup and said, "Enjoy, comrade." But you know what the worst part was? The lack of accountability. When I tried to bring these issues to the staff's attention, they just shrugged and told me it was my problem. Like I was the one who was somehow malfunctioning, not their shoddy hotel. As I sat by the pool, surrounded by the other equally disappointed guests, I couldn't help but feel like we were all trapped in some kind of bizarre, Kafkaesque nightmare. It was like we were all just pawns in their game of incompetence, forced to endure their ineptitude and smile about it. I mean, what kind of hotel doesn't even bother to pretend to care about their guests? What kind of hotel treats people like they're mere cattle, to be herded and ignored? It's like they had taken all the worst aspects of humanity and distilled them into a toxic, festering mess. And that's why, dear friends, I implore you, stay focused.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sad to be talking about this, but I've been looking into the crimes near Mitsis Faliraki Beach Hotel, and it's just like wow. You know, first of all, let's talk about these bars in the area. They're like super sneaky. You know, they advertise these huge glasses of beer, like 2 liters or something, and they're like, oh, it's only 20 euros. But then, when you're about to leave, they're like, oh, by the way, that's 32 euros, please. And you're like, what? No, I thought it was 20 euros. But they're all, no, that's just for the small glass. Like, what even is that? You know, I predict that people who got scammed like this were probably so upset. I mean, who wouldn't be? You're on vacation, trying to relax, and then someone tries to steal from you. It's just so wrong. I bet they probably felt so frustrated, like, why did I even come here? You know. And the worst part is, they probably didn't even get to enjoy their drink because they were so stressed about the bill. And then, there are these restaurants near Mitsis Faliraki Beach Hotel that are like super clever. They advertise these cheap prices, like 7 euros or 8 euros for a meal, but then they're like, oh, by the way, you need to pay extra for bread and water and this and that. And you're like, what? That's not what I signed up for. But they're all, oh, it's just a little extra charge. Like, no, it's not a little extra charge, it's like a whole other meal, you know. I predict that people who got scammed like this were probably so angry. I mean, who wouldn't be? You're trying to have a nice dinner, and then someone tries to take advantage of you. It's just so unfair. I bet they probably felt so ripped off, like, I would have never eaten here if I knew it was going to cost that much. You know, and then there are these storefronts near Mitsis Faliraki Beach Hotel that are like super tricky. They show you one menu, But then when you're about to pay, they're like, oh, actually, this is the real menu and it's way more expensive. And you're like, what? No, that's not what I ordered. But they're all, oh, you must have misunderstood. Like, no, I didn't misunderstand. You're just trying to scam me. You know, I predict that people who got scammed like this were probably so disappointed. I mean, who wouldn't be? You're trying to have a nice vacation and then someone tries to take advantage of you. It's just so sad. I bet they probably felt so let down, like, I was having such a good time and then this happened. You know.
The reality of businesses near Mitsis Faliraki Beach Hotel *. If you're staying at Mitsis Faliraki Beach Hotel, prepare yourself, because the businesses surrounding it are a masterclass in disappointment. From overpriced mediocrity to outright negligence, this area has perfected the art of letting tourists down. Let's start with *** shopping centers **. Rhodes Waterside is the crown jewel of frustration. The parking system is a scam, no way to track your time, so you'll either overpay or get hit by a rogue boom gate. And if you dare to question it, the security guards will treat you like you're the problem. One visitor showed them the website's incorrect JP service hours, only to be mocked. If you don't know technology, I can show you. Charming. Then there's the racism. Multiple reviews mention staff being openly discriminatory, followed by management's signature move. Ignoring complaints, even bringing a small dog in a pram which was allowed before suddenly became a crime. Consistency, non-existent. Now massage parlors **. Chinese traditional massage is where relaxation goes to die. Imagine paying for a fish spa only to have your feet scalded with boiling water. And when you refuse to continue, they still charge you for the * privilege of being burned. Appointments forgotten, massages cut short, hygiene optional. One couple paid for an hour but got 53 minutes. And when they asked for extra focus on a sore neck, the therapist gave them 2 extra minutes. Revolutionary. Then there's **tavernas **. Manolis Taverna is a tragic comedy. The setting, beautiful. The food, like a school cafeteria's attempt at Greek cuisine. The kleftiko, mostly dough with a sprinkle of lamb. The chicken souvlaki, boiled rubber. The pita bread, cardboard. And the wine poured mysteriously out of sight, because who needs transparency? The owner prances around like he's hosting a talk show, but no amount of charm can disguise the fact that the food is an insult to Greece. One group was split up for no reason, then told to leave. Another watched as an Italian guest kicked a cat, while staff scolded them for *feeding *it. Priorities, shisha bars. Kamina serves disappointment in a fancy glass. The shisha is cheap, but so is the experience. Weak flavors, stale coals, and service slower than a tortoise. Bliss Cocktail and Shisha Bar is worse. Their cocktails are 90% ice, 10% regret. One visitor's prawn noodles were instant ramen with 3 sad shrimp, and when they asked for the bill, the waitress had the audacity to ask for a tip. The audacity. Finally, *restaurants *. Bedrock is where food goes to die. Burgers arrive cold, steaks arrive raw, and if you complain, the owner threatens to call the police unless you pay. One family waited 40 minutes for a child's meal, only for it to arrive when everyone else was done. Efficiency. The lesson. Businesses near Mitsis Faliraki Beach Hotel operate on one principle: take the money, ignore the consequences. Whether it's racism, scams, or food that tastes like punishment, this area specializes in making you wish you stayed in your room. So unless you enjoy overpaying for suffering, tread carefully, or better yet, bring snacks.